Hiya, and welcome back to Homecoming Morenatsu Revisited. The game that teaches us that we're totally normal for Juuichi. We're totally normal for him. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Alright, let's start cleaning up. It doesn't look like we'll be finished before sundown, so we're probably driving home at night. Stay alert. Okay. We managed to pack everything the way it was when we got here. We should have no troubles getting everything back in the truck. I can carry the heavy stuff. Define normal. Do you want to hear the truth or what you want to hear? Cause I'll do either. I can carry the heavy stuff.
I'll help too.
Kodori. Maybe ask someone over there. Looks like they could use some assistance.
Am I not good enough?
Okay, what you want to hear? We're actually normal. Okay, we want him, but in a way that is deemed acceptable by societal standards. The truth is... How do I explain this without getting banned? How do I explain this without getting banned? I don't think I can. Yes. On the wall, the ceiling, the couch, the street. Okay. I need him in a way that would get me arrested. And sent to jail for a minimum 15 years. Max life. I need him in a way that... No, it's not harassment. It's not harassment, it's all consensual. It's just the action and the location that would be an issue.
Am I not good enough?
Don't worry, Shun. Physical labor is impossible for me too. Is it impossible? Or do you just not want to do it? Where'd Shin come from? That's not it. Not at all. Oh, that's just one of them. That's just one. You're the one who doesn't want to do it. That may be true, but it's better to have the right people on the job. You know me. Would you really say I could handle lifting heavy things like that given my condition? So that's only one of them. Fine then. If I have another coughing fit, it's on you. Wait, Shin! Shin looks like he's in a good mood. Nah, did the kitty come out to play? Shin shoots Kuya a death glare. Well, at least he's not looking at me anymore. I lean against a tree while looking out at the meadow behind us. When the air is nice, the sky looks beautiful. Everything's been put away and there's nothing left to do. Just a few moments we'll be done camping. It's already the 15th. I'm halfway through my summer break. Oh no, definitely not the second one. No. No. Like I said, all consensual. Everything's consensual. Not consensual. Consent. No. No, no, no. Consent is absolutely needed. I'm halfway through my summer break. It's gone by so fast. It's not fair. I wish I could stay in Minasato longer. I miss being around my friends. Besides my parents, there's nothing waiting for me in Osaka. I don't want this to end. Shaking my head, I step away from the tree and walk back to where our campsite was. Huh? Looks like everyone's talking in a circle around the truck, all except for Juuichi. For some reason, he's standing there looking at the remnants of the campfire. The burnt firewood is illuminated by the evening sun. It glows a dull, fake orange that isn't from a flame. The charcoal will never burn again, either. It seems to proclaim the end of our camping trip. I feel an overwhelming sense of loneliness at the sight. I wonder what Juuichi sees that's so interesting. What's the matter, Juuichi? Nishimura. He looks at me, then returns his gaze to the extinguished campfire. I guess I'm thinking about something. Is it bothering you? I wouldn't say that. I just remembered something from the past. From when I still lived here. He shakes his head. No. It happened when I started high school. I have no idea what it could be if that's the case. I can't fill in the time I was away from everybody. We were just kids. It was beyond our control. Yet, not knowing what's bothering Juuichi right now still stings my heart. I see. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you. After a moment's vulnerability, his expression stiffens up once more. I doubt he's going to tell me what he's thinking about. It's probably not something I can ask out of curiosity either. It's fine, Juuichi. I guess I was just being nosy. Ugh. I just made things awkward, didn't I? The way he stares at the burnt firewood concerns me. It's like he's there in body, but not in spirit. Okay, I'll explain it. I'll explain it so there's no confusion. Firstly, disturbing the peace. Secondly, littering. Third, you did get one right. Public indecency, however, not in the way that you're thinking. Littering? Okay. Disturbing the peace is just being loud outside, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah. Basically, everything's consensual. Nothing is done without consent. Okay? That's about it. Pretty much. Both combined can actually, depending on how bad it is. Oh yeah, and also destruction of property. So yeah, all of that combined can lead to jail time. The way he stares at the burnt firewood concerns me. It's like it's there in body but not in spirit. I should say something, but my thoughts keep going in circles. The words get caught in my throat. Juuichi. Yeah, what are you two doing? Get in the truck already. Just as I nervously begin speaking to him, Tatsuki yelled out from behind us. Bad timing, big guy. We should go, Nishimura. Hmm? Oh yeah. He begins walking Alright. It can, but depending on it can be a felony. Begins walking briskly towards the truck. Snapping out of my trance, I follow closely behind him. He always seemed so strong. Now as I see Juichi's orange-dyed back walking forward, He looks weaker than usual to me. It's hard to explain. August 16th. I let out a relaxed groan as I sit up from my futon. Wow, I feel really refreshed this morning. Usually I'm woken up on my phone's alarm, but this time there's a delicious smell in the house. I double-checked my phone to find that I did wake up 30 minutes before my alarm. So this is what it means to wake up on the right side of the bed. I take the initiative to wash up and get dressed. I head down to the kitchen and spot Grandma's fluffy tails briskly swinging from side to side. Looks like I'm not the only one feeling spry and chipper today. And whatever it is she's cooking smells amazing. Good morning, Grandma. Oh, good morning, Hiroyuki. I'm surprised you're up so early. I wince a bit at her words. I don't sleep in that often, do I? I started making breakfast not too long ago, so you'll have to wait a bit until it's ready. That's okay. What are you making, by the way? It smells so good. I decided to go with something simple this morning. She turns to face me, winking with a wry, toothy grin. Just a bit of grilled fish, nothing too fancy. But my eyes widen and mouth water at the revelation. No wonder my fox instincts are going wild. I love fish, especially when Grandma grills it to signature juicy perfection. Thank you so much, Grandma. This is already making my day. You're very welcome, dear. I'm glad someone appreciates my cooking. She gives a stink eye towards the living room. I'm guessing that's where Grandpa's at, judging by the sound of the television. I think for a moment. I'm in a good mood. I'm up pretty early, and I've got a while before I need to go anywhere. Maybe I should show my appreciation by helping Grandma with the cooking. I'm no master chef, but I could do my best to be a grateful grandson. Is there something I can do to help you prepare breakfast, Grandma? She immediately lights up. Oh, yes, dear. In fact, if you could help get the rice started while I prepare the vegetables, that will save me a lot of time. Wow, no hesitation at all. Also, the gravity of what I just volunteered for is beginning to sink in. Rice? When have I ever gotten that right? Yes, ma'am. Oh my god, oh my god. Rice is not hard to cook. It is not hard to cook. Even without a rice cooker. It is still very fucking easy to cook. How do you fuck up rice? Hiroyuki, genuinely, how do you fuck up rice? Because I'm genuinely curious. Yes, ma'am. Although I might need a bit of guidance. Of course. Just start by bringing over the rice bags. Oh boy. These things are surprisingly heavy. Notice Grandma chuckling to herself after I nearly topple over carrying them. Managed to set them down before I make a complete fool of myself. Thank you, Hiroyuki. I may be in over my head, but it's the least I can do for them. I don't want them to remember me as a freeloader. My fish-flavored zen state is ruined by the coarse chime of the telephone. Could you be a dear and get the phone, Hiroyuki? No. No. Okay. I'm gonna explain this real quick. This is how I was taught. Keep in mind, I don't... okay. I'm gonna get past that and do that. My eyes tear up as I leave my plate sent from heaven to head for the phone. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Okay, now I'm going to explain it. Okay, so. Firstly, wash your rice. That's it. Just wash it. Once water runs clear, take it in a pot, pour what you want in there, and measure it up to your finger, your index finger. There are lines on your knuckles. Measure it up to the second line. Place it on there. Do not stick your finger into the rice. It should be like 2 knuckle lines above the rice. Then start heating it. From there, once water is like you can't see water anymore, cover it, reduce to low, cover it, wait for 20 minutes. That's how I was taught. And that could be a horrible method, but that's just how I was taught. Hello? Nishimura Yuki! And in classic Tora fashion, there goes any trace of Zen I had left. Don't you mean you screamed in my ear? I roll my eyes back into my head hard in an effort to send my disdain through the receiver. But before I can object any further, he continues. Hey, you're going to the game today, yeah? My ears are still ringing, but I managed to catch most of his question. I was planning on it. Why? I was wondering, would you like to meet up and go together? I stop and think about it for a moment. He was the one who sent me the letter to come to Minasato after all. I should probably humor him. It's only fair I spend some time with my old best friend. You there, Yuki? Oh. Sure, dude, I'll be down. Sweet, meet you over at my place then. Yeah, sounds like a plan. I'll see you there. See ya. Who was it, Hiroyuki? Oh, it was just Torihiko again. He wants me to meet him at his place soon so we can catch the bus together. Some of our friends are having a soccer game in Kazanari. Well, in that case, feel free to go after you finish up your breakfast. You've been such a help this morning. I'll handle cleaning up afterwards. Look at the untouched, gloopy portion of rice next to the much more magnificent fish. I don't know if I was as much of a help as she says I was. Okay, thanks, Grandma. I dig back into my meal, trying my best to scarf down the rice with slices of fish. Juuichi concept art here. That is amazing. That is the greatest thing I have ever seen. Juuichi concept art here. That was beautiful. You know, what happens if I save? Does it change? Yay, it changes. Truly the most beautiful art ever. Juuichi concept art here. Juuichi concept art here. I probably shouldn't have sprinted to the end. I feel like I'm going to melt in this heat. But hey, now there's little over an hour until the bus departs for Kazanari. That should give us some time to hang out before we go. I air out my shirt as I approach the front entrance. Yuki! I'm ambushed by furry striped arms right as I'm about to reach the door. Not again! Tora! I wheeze as I'm trapped in a headlock. I'm starting to regret coming now. Can't breathe! Sorry. He lets me out of his grapple, allowing me to gasp for air. Sweet freedom! Jeez, you need to stop doing that, dude. I give him a playful flick on the ear. Ow! Good to see you too. He puts on an embarrassed smile. What a goofy tiger. Torihiko, come back inside. Ew! These floors aren't gonna mop themselves, you know! The voice of his uncles echo out from inside the inn. Does he still have chores to do? I'm not gonna lie, I don't particularly feel like getting roped into helping today. Sorry, Yuki, I've got to finish up some things around here before we go. He welcomes me inside. You're all sweaty. Come in so you can wait where it's cooler. Now it's my turn to be embarrassed. Hey, I'm just not used to this much heat. That's all. Also, you better not take long. We don't want to miss the bus. Don't worry about me. I'll be done in a flash. He gives me a wink as he disappears into the hall. I should have expected something like this to come up. I could have stayed with my grandparents for a bit longer if I knew I'd be waiting around anyway. I guess this is what I get for trying to be a good friend. Not long after I take a seat in the lobby, I'm approached by two older tigers. The one on the left can fuck right off. What's up, Hiroyuki? What's up is that you can fuck off. No, not this again. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. Not much. Just waiting for Tora so we can go to the bus stop. We're watching a soccer game today. The brothers quickly glance between each other before responding. Yeah, he might take a while. You know what shouldn't take a while? You fucking off. We're understaffed today, so his dad's breaking our back to pick up the slack. Hiroyuki, perhaps you could help us out while you wait? Now you both can fuck right off. Ah! Yep, there it is. It'll help us finish sooner, and I'm sure Tora would appreciate the company. Sorry guys, not today. I promised to be there at the game and I don't want to risk missing the bus. You look pretty dejected after hearing my response. I understand, it's alright. We only have so much time here to visit after all. Hey, hope you have fun at the game though. Thanks, Uncle Takeshi, I'll do my best. The brothers walk away to resume their duties. Aw, man. Come on, Tora, you'd better finish soon. Good grief. As I feared, a whole hour has passed with no sign of Tora. Damn, I thought you said he'd be back in a flash. The bus is going to arrive soon and I can't wait around any longer. Probably going to have to leave him behind. Should at least tell him I'm leaving, though. I get up to check what's happening, but I hear what sounds like Mr. Ushima and Tora in a heated argument. Maybe this isn't the best time. Guess I'll have to slip out and head for the bus. I check the time. Oh crap! The bus is going to arrive any minute. I don't want to have to run again, but it seems like I'll have no choice. I make my way out of the inn and into the heat of the summer day. Running as fast as I can towards the bus stop. For a moment, I thought I heard my name being called from behind me. Quickly glance back to find the source, but don't see anything noteworthy. Oh well, I don't have time to be hearing things. The bus arrives in Kazunari in the nick of time. If I hurry, I should be able to find a seat before the game starts. I make my way through the school building towards the soccer field. I'm actually impressed at how quickly I've been able to learn my way around this place. Makes me wonder what it'd be like if I transferred here for school. Bet I'd have no problems adapting to life in Kazunari High. Yeah, I can't get distracted by daydreams. I need to find the others. I start my way up the stairs to the soccer field. Nishimura. And as if right on cue, I suddenly bump into a familiar large figure at the top. Oh, hey, Juuichi. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Really? I'm not exactly small. You need to pay more attention to your surroundings. Please rub it in, man! He's right there. There's no excuse for not seeing someone his size. Sorry. He smiles warmly after my apology. It's okay. He then whispers something I can't quite hear. What was that? Nothing. Where's Tor? He said he was coming today. Oh, he got held up at the inn. He can't make it. Didn't sound like his dad was that happy. I see. Noah seems to lighten up at the news. I can sympathize, I suppose. He's probably relieved he won't have to babysit a wild tiger this time around. Suddenly feel a subtle tap on my shoulder from behind. Fancy meeting you here again, Hiroyuki. Shin wraps around me and joins the two of us at the top of the stairs. You're so skittish. Glad I'm not the only one like that. It really is deja vu today. Kuroi. Hello, Juuichi. I suppose the two of you are on your way to find seats. Oh yeah, we were just heading up to the bleachers. Would you like to accompany us, Shin? Of course. We push our way through the quickly gathering crowd. This is all eerily familiar. It was just a week, maybe a week and a half ago. The three of us were trying to find a seat on these same bleachers. And just like last time, it looks packed to the brim. Hiro! Shin! Jun! Over here! What a relief, that's something new. In the distance, I see a wolf and a tanuki waving at us. Seems we're a tad late. Impressive. I could get used to an early bird Konosuke. Let's join them. They probably have seats saved for us. Shun is practically leaping at us from his seat.
Hey, you guys are so late. The game is starting soon.
Sorry. Yeah, so late. You should all be ashamed. I give the jeering tanuki a soft elbow to the ribs. He sticks out his tongue at me in retaliation. Anyway, if you guys want to sit with us, we've got a few extra seats here. Look at the space available on the bench. If it could even be called that. There's no way that's going to fit 3 more people. Sure, thanks. The bear makes his way up the stairs, expecting us to follow suit. Shin and I look at each other in dismay. I think we're on the same page about this. I think it would be better if you two sat down first. You sure? I don't think there's going to be enough room for you in that case. It's fine. We can make room. Don't worry. Yeah, we can make room. It's called we can sit in Juuichi's lap. Shin sighs in defeat and makes his way to sit next to Konosuke. My turn follows and I take care not to crush Shin on my way to sit down. Even with the sitting tightly, the remaining space doesn't look like enough room for a man of Juuichi's stature. You sure about this, Juuichi? Oh, that's a better idea. Juuichi can sit on our lap. We're gonna die a painful, horrible death that is also painful and horrible. Yippee! I'll manage. Just sit on our lap. We've already lost our legs once. We can do it again. Like I said, we already lost our legs once. We can do it again. Hydration. Exactly. Oh, manage. And just like that, Juuichi takes a seat. Yeesh, we're like a can of sardines here. And I'm pretty sure Juuichi only managed to get one cheek on the bench. He's got to be uncomfortable sitting like that. Not that we're faring any better ourselves. Poor Shin looks like his cat eyes are going to pop out of his head any minute. Oh my god, same! Oh my god, twins! I also lost my legs because of a train. Oh my god! Oh my god! Was it also... Hang on. Was it also because we told our... Was it also because you told your ex that you'd work things out? Oh my god! Twin! Poor Shin looks like his cat eye is going to pop out of his head any minute. Konosuke looks unfazed, however. He seems to be enjoying this. Wait. Are we missing someone? Oh my god. We've crushed Shun. Guys? No! That's his death cry. What do we do? How do we explain this to his parents? It takes me a second to snap out of my despair to realize what's happening. Looks like the game's starting, and past Juuichi I see the furious wagging of a familiar tail. Shun is instead standing on the steps, hopping up and down at a surprisingly fast frequency. I'm glad he's okay. I don't have to worry about becoming a murderer this summer. Were you trying to say something, Hero? Oh, never mind. Okay. Konosuke sniffles a bit after his response. I noticed his voice sounded a bit off today. What if he's coming down with the cold? He better not be contagious. Shin and I are right up in his space, too. Hopefully neither of us catch it from him. Especially poor Shin. Hey, look, there's Sotoro and Kyoji. Sure enough, the teams have made their way onto the field. After brief introductions from the referee, the players line up their positions, ready for the game to begin. Good luck, Takahara. The moment the whistle blows, the ball immediately goes flying. In a flash, Kyoji takes control of the ball. At a speed the other team can't hope to match, he dashes toward their goal. Mere seconds later, he's already shooting the ball and scoring the first goal of the game. The crowd goes wild. But not as wild as the little wolf on the bleacher steps. Meanwhile, my vision is suddenly obscured by Tanuki with a flashing camera. Perfect! What an amazing shot! I wonder if he's talking about the goal or his photography. Great shot, Takahara. I would expect nothing less from the team captain. The opposing team calls a timeout, probably needing to recover after getting completely stomped by Kyoji. Look to my friend squished beside me. Juuichi looks laser focused on the game. Fine, how about this? Woof woof bark bark. I will do that every single time Shun woofs and barks. Juuichi looks laser focused on the game. His stern expression really emphasizes his chiseled jawline and handsome brow. It's kind of intimidating. And a little bit hot, I won't lie. Is there something on my face, Nishimura? No, but there's something that isn't on your face that should be. Our face. He addresses me without even turning his head. Did he actually notice me staring in his direction? Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Smooth. I see. He turns his head to direct his attention at me, but then immediately dodges eye contact. Well, go on then. Wait, is he blushing? This is adorable! I can't tell that to his face, though. Oh, how are your classes going so far? He seems to relax at the question and manages to look me in the eye now. They're okay. Just okay? Yes. I'm usually better at conversations than this. Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions. So, do you have any favorite classes? I like science. It's fun. Oh, a scientist in the making, I see. What kind of science? Biology is pretty interesting. So is physics. And I got the highest score out of everyone on our chemistry exam. He responds rather matter-of-fact and with a proud look on his face. I didn't realize he was such a nerd. Imagine what his opponents in judo would think if they knew they were getting toppled by a strong man who's also a science geek. Suddenly, I'm very jealous of them. That's really impressive. Make sure you remember when you become famous for... No! Our conversation is cut short by the loud wolf noises nearby. Get him, Kyoji! Rip the freaking bully's head off! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I clipped. Kodori! Calm down right now, you're taking this too far.
Sorry, guys. I guess I'm letting this competition go to my head.
I'm sorry. Just contain yourself. Takahara knows what he's doing. They'll figure out a way out of this. I'm sorry. Yes, I am deeply sorry. Asking around for context, apparently the goalie had been ready for Kyoji's assault this time around. He managed to block the previous 2 shots comfortably. Our side is becoming visibly and audibly frustrated by this turn of events, and the situation clearly agitated Shun. However, after a quick timeout for Kazunari High, things are beginning to pick up again in our favor. Just as things are starting to get good, Konosuke gets up and snaps a host of pictures in rapid succession. Too lost in his art, he's quite oblivious to the people around him. Particularly the black cat right behind him, face smothered by tanuki butt. Lucky bitch. Shin looks at me in quiet despair, his eyes clearly pleading for me to get him out of this demoralizing situation. Hey, Konosuke? Konosuke? Typical. He's in his own world right now. Konosuke! You gotta be kidding me. I forcibly poke him in the ass cheek to try and get his attention. Hey! Hey, Hero, what's up? You're blocking everyone's view, man. Maybe you should try taking pictures from higher up on the bleachers. Get some better shots from there. Great idea, Hero, thanks! With a wink and a thumbs up, he makes his way out of our row and up to the top. Thanks, Hero. I was beginning to wonder how they'd write my obituary. It was nothing. With Konosuke gone to continue his photography, we suddenly have a lot more room on the bleachers. We spread out evenly as a result. Even Juuichi managed to get both cheeks on the bench with room to spare. Finally, we're able to comfortably sit and enjoy the rest of the game. Death by raccoon ass. Truly a wonderful way to die. The 5 of us meet up in front of the school after the game ends.
That was so cool! One of the best comebacks I've ever seen in a game.
See, I told you they'd come through.
I can't wait to show them these awesome shots I got.
Oh, I want to see too. We gather around Konosuke and his camera. Wow, these close-ups are surprisingly high quality for being so far away from the action. One picture shows a jumping Kyoji making a shot, his fluttering shirt lifting to reveal his toned abs. Jeez, what a stud. Another stunning image shows Sotaro making the winning goal seconds before the clock ran out. Soto's really been coming into his own, hasn't he?
Yeah, he could give Kyoji a run for his money at this point.
We continue to chat about the game until the bus arrives to take us back to Minasato. Man, I wish I had this much fun at my own high school. After the others got off the bus and we said our goodbyes, Juuichi and I decided to walk home together. As we quietly make our way through the rice fields, looking at the big bear beside me brings back a peculiar memory. Hey, Juuichi. Remember that time when we and Kenji found that frog in the field? Maybe it was because we were so little, but I remember it being hard to catch. Came up with all sorts of crazy plans to trap it that wouldn't work. So frustrating. Juuichi smiles at the unexpected topic. Yeah, I remember. We were so excited to have finally caught it. Kenji convinced me to take it home with us as a pet. Even though it was his idea, I ended up being the one taking care of it. Yeah, sounds like Kenji, alright. Also remember how sad you were on that day. It's fine, it was a long time ago now. My father told us the frog was better off living in the wild. So I let it go by the river. Yeah. Kenji seemed fine, but that was the saddest I had ever seen you. Felt so bad. Juuichi shrugs at my remark and whispers something under his breath. What was that? Letting go of the frog was for the best. Some animals aren't meant for captivity. They deserve to be free. I totally get that. Makes sense. Besides, you can't hold on to things you cherish forever. The bear becomes silent and pensive as we approach the fork in the road. Thank you for walking with me, Nishimura. Yeah, no problem. See you around. We split off in our separate directions after waving each other off. Before he gets too far away, turn to take a peek at the bear. As he approaches his home in the distance, it's like his stature shrinks smaller and smaller. Poor Juuichi. I hope I didn't make him too sad by bringing up that frog memory. Froggy! August 18th. Take the first few steps onto the dirt road after leaving the house. The morning air feels fresh and lively today. It's nice to have a day off from errands. Not that I don't like doing them or anything. I just, like to have time to myself is all. Especially since I spent all day yesterday running around town picking up things, only to come home and do a ton of housework. I told Grandma to help them out with today's chores too, so it's not like I'm a bad grandson or anything. They decided to give me the day off because I worked so hard yesterday. But at a soft sigh, a cool breeze gently caresses my face. There's not much left in town I haven't seen. I'm going to take a walk anyway. I've got nothing better to do, so I might as well get in a little exercise. It's been a couple hours at this point. I've deliberately avoided wandering downtown this time. You should never realize how much countryside there was out here. Sure, it's all framed by the mountains surrounding the valley, but there's still a lot of ground to cover. One of the rice paddies nearby rustles as I walk by. On closer inspection, I see it's because there's a frog hiding behind it. Poor thing must have been startled by this giant stomping around its turf. Well, Mr. Frog, I assure you no harm will come to you on my watch. At least, not for me. I don't know what else is lurking in these fields. Snakes, hawks, bears. I shake my head in surprise. That's a funny thought. In my mind's eye, I envision a family of bears scrounging through the rice fields hunting for frogs. I mean, I suppose it isn't too far from what happened back in the day when me and the Mikazuki twins caught that frog.
Eh?
Blink a few times when I realized I actually wandered in front of the Mikazuki household. Funny how that happens. Large yet humble house sits right on the outskirts of town, almost acting as a barrier between the two regions of Minasato. It's on a small side road, so there's hardly any vehicular traffic. In fact, the road here is so old, it's practically become cobblestone. I'm sure if it bothered the residents, it would have been fixed by now. Especially since Juichi's dad is a cop. And that reminds me, there was one time I came to visit the Mikazuki twins when I was, 10 years old? Kenji invited me over after school so we could play. Naturally, Juuichi was there too. He's always too shy to set things up like this, so he often relied on his brother to make the first move for him. Anyway, I remember it being a day their dad had time off work. I was surprised when he joined us outside as we tossed a baseball around between us kids. Such a gruff man, he has a surprising soft spot. I also remember the phone ringing and him being called into work not long after. It was an emergency or something, I guess. I still remember the look on Juichi's face as he watched his dad suit up for work on what was supposed to be his day off. Nishimura. Snapped out of my daydream by a deep voice to my left. Large, gruff man stares down at me. It's hard for me to make out who it is exactly because the sun's in my eye. Mr. Mikazuki, it's good to see you, sir. Do I really look like my father? The bear looks down at the ground and whispers something under his breath. Sorry, Juuichi. I couldn't see you that well. He adjusts where he's standing so I'm not looking directly at the sun anymore. Better? Yes! I see the vague outline of a smile form on his face. So, suddenly realize how weird I look standing in front of his house. Bet you're wondering why I'm here. I am, yes. Try hard to think of an excuse, but, nothing comes to mind. Better to just tell the truth, I guess. I was walking through the fields and just happened to end up here. It wasn't planned or anything, after a brief pause, I shrugged my shoulders. Don't have anything better to do today. I see. He looks off to the side. I'm going to take a walk too. Notice he's dressed in a more comfortable outfit than usual. Oh, well, don't let me stand in your way. Wait. As I'm stepping aside, he makes a gesture for me to stop. We can share a walk together if you'd like.
Eh?
I look up at him in earnest. I don't want to get in the way of your plans or anything. I'm going to walk anyway. It's your choice if you want to join me. With that, he starts heading into town. If I'm reading his actions right, I think he might have been offended by my response. Wait up! I'll come with you! Alright. I pick up my pace in order to match his stride. He's both taller and larger than me, so it takes some effort. Without another word, the two of us walk together into town. The first major landmark we pass by is the candy store. You remember how us kids always hung around here when we were young? I do. He responds with a curt, almost dismissive retort. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm not mad. Huh? I guess you sounded like you didn't want to talk about this. It's not that. I just don't have anything to add. It was never my decision in the first place. What's that supposed to mean? He continues past the store with his arms folded, not even bothering to acknowledge the assortment of confections in the window. I followed wherever my brother went. If he wanted to go to the candy store, I went with him. If he wanted to hang out at Torihiko's, I came too. I see. That's not what I expected him to say, that's for sure. Do you even like candy, Juuichi? I'm a honey bear, Nishimura. Right, sorry. A brief smile flashes on his face before he turns down an alley. Hey, wait up! Why are you going this way? If we kept walking down the road, we would have walked past the Yoshima Inn. Exactly. I cranked my head to the side in confusion. I don't understand. I go this way to avoid the Yoshima Inn. Oh, okay. Wait, why? Tora. What's wrong with seeing Torihiko? If he sees me, he'll go out of his way to try and annoy me. That's not fair. Yeah, Torihiko would do that, wouldn't he? Juuichi lets out a long sigh. I've been through it enough times by now to learn it's better to avoid it altogether. Fair enough, I suppose. I wish you two would get along better. He doesn't respond. We continue on our walk across town, slowly making our way towards the road that leads to the shrine. To my surprise, Juuichi wasn't heading to the shrine. Instead, we continued past the stone steps and up the dirt path that takes to the lake. Wow, we're pretty far from Minasato now. It's not that far, is it? I guess half an hour isn't that bad for a guy who seems to walk everywhere all the time. Now that I think about it, we went up the river longer when we saw the fireflies. That was at night. He nods his head in affirmation. We continue in silence for a few more minutes before the water comes into view. We're here. Water is so still, it almost looks like a giant mirror. It's beautiful, indeed. Stand proudly at the edge of the water with my arms outstretched. It's been so long since I've been here. I had a feeling. I turned to him with a smile on my face. Oh god, what are they gonna do? I just remembered how we used to hang out up here all the time as kids. Yeah, after school and stuff, especially in summer. I think I remember that. Huh. I feel a tickle at my nose as something compels me to follow my memories further. In fact, there's something over here, right? I walk along the lakeside towards a small peninsula that juts out into the water. I remember this spot. We used to sit here at the water's edge with our shoes off and splash our feet in it. You have a good memory. Yeah. And hold on a second. I'm trying to make my way into the forest a few meters. Oh wow, look at this, Juuichi. Be careful, Nishimura. He follows behind me just as I rustle through some bushes. Before me stands a lost artifact of my childhood. It's our secret base. Really sort remains of it. The dilapidated wooden structure has long since sagged and disintegrated from the years of neglect. Mold and moss have made their best efforts to reclaim this small corner of childlike grandeur for the forest. I see. I don't dare to step inside. The whole thing seems ready to collapse on itself from the faintest breeze, let alone some timid fox trying to open the rusty door. Not even the finest Midoriya craftsmanship could survive without care and attention. Which is what our base sorely lacked, it seems. Nobody maintained it? I forgot all about this place. I suppose it's unreasonable to expect that, but it's still such a sad sight to see. I don't think any of us have been here since I moved. Yes. And naturally, without anyone to maintain it, it fell to ruin. A melancholic smile forms on my face as I gaze at the remnants of a part of my childhood. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? What do you mean? 5 years without maintenance. Reminds me of, well, me. Turn to Juuichi. I'm sorry I never called you guys. I know it's pathetic and all, but I just didn't know how to do it. And I was always so afraid of hearing about how much you've moved on. So just like our base, I let our friendship fall to ruin. Nishimura. I know I'm being sappy. I pushed past him and returned to the lakeside. As expected, the bear follows suit behind me. I stare out at the lake while doing my best to choke down the nostalgia. I want to do better. I'm not going to let my friendships end up like the base. I ball my hands into fists. I can't believe I let things get this bad. Juuichi, let's hang out more this summer, okay? He seems surprised by my sudden proclamation. I know I don't exactly have a lot of time left this month, but I would be happy knowing I managed to maintain at least one friendship this time. I see. He stands beside me with his arms folded and stares out at the water. I would like that too. You do? For some reason, my heart flutters uncontrollably. We are friends, right? Yeah, we are. I feel a resolve burning inside me. Is there more to this feeling than just nostalgia? It's love. It is love. You are experiencing love, my friend. Love. It's early afternoon and my stomach's full. I don't have anything special planned for today, so I'm daydreaming while watching TV in the lukewarm breeze of the fan. On screen, a newscaster is reading a report on minerals. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. What's on the 19th? I don't think I want to know. How boring. I changed the channel, but all I'm able to find is a mushy soap opera. I have no idea what's going on. Is he dating his sister's cousin? Who also happens to be his mother from another timeline? I flip back to the newscaster. Whatever, I can't watch any of my usual lunchtime programs because of one major flaw. State-managed channels don't reach Minasato. The horrors of being out in the country. Ah! This is when it's hottest outside, too. Well, I've been going out a lot since I got here. It's okay to take it easy once in a while, right? Suddenly, the phone starts ringing, making its high-pitched noise with the shrill cries of the cicadas. Grandma will probably get it. Sit back down and watch the newscaster explain some new geological phenomenon. Crap, that's right. Grandma and Grandpa are at home right now. Hello, Nishimura speaking. Well, I got to it before they hung up. I sigh with relief in my head so the other person on the other end doesn't hear it. Jeez. Yuki, don't yell so loud. My ears are ringing. Torihiko, is that you? Sorry, I forgot I was the only one home. Come on now, get your head in the game. I said I was sorry. So, what do you want? Are you busy right now, Yuki? Totally. There's this amazing program on TV right now I can't take my eyes off of. You're a terrible liar, bro. Sounds like you're enjoying your summer vacation like anyone else. I know, right? So you're not busy then. Wanna go do something together? I just finished up all my chores for the day. Uncle Kazuo is letting me loose, so I have the whole afternoon free. Oh, I'm on the verge of agreeing to his proposal, but then I remember I'm the only one here. Can't leave the house unattended. Sorry, Tora, thanks for the offer, but I can't leave until my grandparents get back. Well, I guess your hands are tied. Sounds disappointed. I can picture him standing in front of the phone with his shoulders hanging low. Oh, I know. Yeah, but there's no reason you can't come over and hang out, right? Really? That'll work. You're really on the ball right now, Yuki. His tone instantly becomes cheerful. He really hasn't changed. I can't help but smile. Can I come over right now? Wow, so eager. Sure, why not? Alright. I'll get to your place by 3 o'clock. I hear him hang up the phone at the same time he says goodbye. I didn't get a chance to reply. Looking at the clock, I see it's 2:30. There's still some time before he gets here, so I'll tidy up the place before he arrives. Put the phone on the receiver and start organizing my room. He should be here any minute now. Hey! You there, Yuki? I hear a knock on my window. Huh, perfect timing. Hi, Tora, let me get the door. Run into the hall and turn the lock on the front door. Fall to the ground as Torihiko suddenly jumps to the doorway. Thanks for having me over, bro. Hey, what you doing on the floor? You listening for earthquakes? Ha ha. Very funny, Tora. He offers me his hand, which I gladly take. With a small grunt, he lifts me back onto my feet. What's up? Nothing much. Want to watch TV or something? Sure. I wave for him to follow me to my room. I hear the floor squeak as we walk down the hall. Come in, take a seat, wherever. Sorry, I didn't make you wait too long, did I? Nah, it's no problem. It's only 3:30. Did something happen to you on the way over? I thought it would be rude to show up empty-handed. So I stopped at the candy store and bought these. He shows me the bag he's carrying in his other hand. Closer inspection, I'm able to make out the contents. Oh boy. Is that what I think it is? Wow. You stopped to get us ice cream? He rubs his lip in embarrassment. Thanks, Tora. This is awesome. No problem. Now, let's see before it melts. Which one do you want? Either one's fine with me. You choose first. Don't be so polite. We're friends. Walks up and smacks me on the back. Ow. Oh, hiya. Welcome. Come on, hurry up and pick one. He forces the bag into my hands. Well, it's okay if he tells me to, right? I'll be grateful that he's letting me choose first. Look inside. There's one cup and one soft serve, both vanilla flavored. As grateful as I am, he could have at least bought different flavors. Are we taking cup or soft serve? Let's go with soft serve. I guess I'll take this one. Thanks, Tora. I rummage around in the bag, taking out my ice cream, then set it on the table. I hand Torihiko the other one. No problem, Yuki. Oh, his nails are sharp. Sure are sharp compared to mine. If he's not paying attention, he could scratch something. Or someone. Sit on the floor and offer Torihiko a cushion. Smiling at me, he sits down, careful not to sit on his tail. So you like soft serve, huh? I like them both. It's just, with soft serve, you're able to eat everything, even the cone. That's the main advantage it has over cups. Slowly take the cover off my ice cream, taking care not to destroy its shape. Is that so? I like the cup kind because you can enjoy one bite at a time. Huh, that's unusual for you. Shut up! He manages to answer with the spoon in his mouth. I laugh at him while taking the first lick of mine. This is so good! Ice cream's awesome in the middle of summer. As I'm smiling at Torihiko's annoyance, I accidentally miss my mouth and spread ice cream all over my face. Oh, what a waste. Here. Torihiko leans over the table and wipes off the ice cream with his fingers. Then he sticks out his tongue and licks it off. It's kind of salty. Some of your sweat in it, too. What? That's disgusting, Tora! Are you flirting with me or something?
Eh?
Our eyes meet. Neither of us can stand the silence, so we laugh at each other. Tora, you're our best fucking friend. Yeah, and ice cream's fucking delicious. Summer break is halfway over. Well, I stopped what I was about to say. Strange feeling of sadness hits me. This month is half gone, isn't it? Oh, I need to thank you again for helping me with my homework. Would have had a lot of trouble if it weren't for you. What, Tori? You had it in you all along. I just helped motivate you. Maybe just a little. I stuck my tongue out at him. A little? Come on, we both know you would have just ignored it in favor of relaxing. As I give Tora a wide grin, he simply snorts and fakes a yawn. Yawn! You're a real stick in the mud now, aren't you? You used to put fun before everything else. Come on, I haven't changed that much. Other than your new physique, you're still the same old Torihiko I knew from back then. I haven't changed one bit.
What?
Slams his ice cream on the table and stands up without making a sound.
Eh?
And he then lunges and puts me in a headlock. Can't help but laugh. Torihiko's acting like he always does. What are you laughing at? Unfortunately, he takes this as an excuse to tighten his grip. How could you say that? I've changed a lot since you left. Oh, I'm sorry! No. I'm not forgiving you this time. Ugh, give me a break. My body's grown enough too. Enough for the person I love to notice. Suddenly stops what he's doing. Wait. What did you just say? Can't just let something like that slip. This is juicy. He lets me go and slowly steps away. His expression is as easy to read as ever. Wow. You're in love with someone? That was... His face is getting more red by the second. I feel slightly bad for him, but hey, wait a second. Is he the one who asked a similar question the other day while camping? Nah, you're not getting away from this one, Tora. I'll prod a little more. So... who is it? As your best friend, I have a right to know. I try asking in my best coaxing voice. Torihiko moans but doesn't say anything. Oh no. Oh! You asked everyone who they had a crush on the other day. And now you're chickening out. Don't be so pathetic, man. Own it. His ears droop. I guess calling him pathetic was a bit harsh. But it's only a matter of time before he cracks. This is gonna be good. Why don't you go right out and say it? I'm sure it'll be easy. Why are you doing this? He looks at me with tears in his eyes. Give him a stern, demanding glare. Looking at me like that won't get you any sympathy. Wonder who it is. Seems to be the kind to go for looks, so it's probably the prettiest girl in his class. Nah, but it's a bookish girl who looks good in glasses. Or maybe. Fine, I'll tell you! And stop it for the hour and break from the ads. Oh. Oh, he's mad. Is that what you want? I nod vigorously, a smile barely containing my excitement at the juicy tidbit about to be spilled. Well, I need to prepare myself. Oh, it's not that big a deal, is it? Why is he hesitating like this? It's not like we go to the same school, so I can't spread it around or anything. Deep breaths, Torihiko, deep breaths. You can do it. Everything depends on this moment. I'm going to say it. Go on. He uses his tongue to moisten his lips. I'm literally shaking in anticipation. I can't wait. The person I love is... He stops speaking and looks me in the eye. Shaking his head, he completely changes his expression. Now he looks completely serious. For some reason, he's starting to scare me. I expect this kind of death glare from Shin. Hiroyuki. It's you. Come again? No. No. Maybe I didn't hear him right. This can't be true. Did you just say... He sheepishly nods. Even though his face is red, he doesn't take his eyes off me for a second. Oh. I get it now. There's another one of your pranks, isn't it? There's probably some lame punchline coming up. Geez, he really had me going, didn't he? The silence is deafening. Just say you're joking already. Ugh! Eyes widen at the tiger's frightening outburst. This isn't a joke, Hiroyuki! Never joke about something like this. I can't close my mouth. The shock of this revelation is too much. Even back then, before you moved away, I've always loved you. Torihiko. I knew saying it so suddenly would make things awkward. No, it's nothing like that. I shake my head. A confession from him certainly came out of nowhere, but... Thinking about it now, I feel like I should have seen it coming. He's awfully fond of physical contact, and he tends to go overboard when he's around me. Is it normal to tease the one you love? Though I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. The tension in the room is so thick you could cut it with a knife. So, Hiroyuki, would you like to be my boyfriend? Torihiko thrusts his hand face up towards me. It's shaking a bit. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. What has he been to me? A good friend or something more? Memories of our childhood float across my mind, then disappear. This summer, fighting with Kuya, getting thrown by Juuichi, hanging out with Konosuke. Oh! No! 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 I know, we have to disappoint him. No! We want to go for the torture. No, I already know the Juuichi one. I already know the Juuichi section. It's just a good friend. Ooh, this hurts. Oh, this hurts. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, this hurts. Should have known this was coming. I'm sorry, Torihiko. Let us sigh. His words keep ringing in my head. This can't be happening. No! He looks at me, hands slowly falling down from where he was holding it. Tora. I can't deal with this. There's a stinging sensation in my eyes. The only thing I can do is close them and look away. If I loved him, I would be full of happiness right now. I gently open my left eye. I think it's starting to sink in for Torihiko. It's breaking my heart to see him like this. He's just too late. Close my eyes again and take deep breaths. And in the distant parts of my memory, images start to surface. Tora's smiling face is covered by his adorable awkward smile. Tora's embarrassment is buried by him shyly turning his face away. Thankfully, all we have to do is hold down control and we never have to see the scene again. We never have to see this scene again, and I am so happy for that. We never have to see this scene again. I'm sorry, Torihiko. The person I really love is... My eyes open once again. Tora, you don't have to say anything. I'm really happy you feel this way about me. But I shake my head. The sting of my rejection shows on his face. But I can't. I don't feel the same for you. I'm sorry. His face says everything. Dropping with a thud, his tail hits the floor. You're turning me down. Huh? Somehow, I always knew it would turn out this way. His voice is nothing but a faint, pitiful whisper. I never imagined something like that coming from him. I really am sorry. I can't stand to see him this way anymore. I look away. No. It's not your fault. You can't help the way you feel. I've been meaning to tell you this since you arrived, but I'm such a coward. Is it weird to fall in love with your best friend? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna tell a quick story. And it does relate to this, the whole unrequited love thing, falling in love with your best friend. I actually just got over it, like, just a few months ago, actually. Rather, more like a couple years ago, I can't remember, but when I was around 15 or 16, I fell in love with my best friend. He didn't know, of course. He didn't know. And he still doesn't. Here's the thing. And this is speaking from personal experience. I don't think you fully move on from it. I don't think you can ever truly move on from it. It hurts even more because around the time when the feelings were their strongest, he was already moving on. His heart, if I'm not mistaken, belonged to someone else. And it fucking hurt. A lot. It genuinely hurt. Seeing it happen. And then it hurt even more watching him move on with his life. Here's the thing. Logically, I know it could never work. Simply because his attraction was not toward men. He's straight. I just want to put this out there. I hold zero resentment towards him. Part of my heart still wants him, and another part of my heart fucking hates him. Oh no, it wasn't Sam, believe it or not. It was someone else. This was before Sam. Yeah, he was. But I just want to say, it always hurts. And if anyone else feels that way, it does get easier with time. It does get easier with time, so I do understand how Torihiko is feeling. I completely understand how he's feeling. So I genuinely feel bad for him right now. Like I said, I think for the most part I've already moved past it. This wasn't like a crush. It was like just full love. The heart wants what the heart wants. If you walk away from this stream only knowing one thing, it's this. The heart wants what the heart wants. And there is nothing you can do about that. And I'm going to add to that. The heart wants what it wants. But sometimes your brain knows that you can't have it. And there is nothing that you can do about it. Is it weird to fall in love with your best friend? Don't say stuff like that. You're not weird, Tora. That's fine. I'm just a big old weirdo. I can see the tears glistening in his eyes. He's trying so hard to keep it together right now. There's someone else, isn't there? Yeah, I understand. Osaka's a big place. I'm sure you make him happy. I don't have the heart to tell him what's really going on. Everything's different now. When you used to live here, we saw each other every day. Since you've been back, though, things have been different. We haven't spent as much time together as we used to. But this time, we're old enough to fall in love with people. He speaks in a lonely voice, then breathes a deep sigh. Do you remember Hiroyuki? Huh? You told me one time you were going to marry me someday. So that we'd always be together. Hiroyuki. I hope everything goes well for you, too. He covers his eyes with his hand, barely managing to hold back a sob. Thanks, Tora. I need to get going. Okay. As he turns his back to leave, I can see his shoulders shaking slightly, head looking down at the floor. My eyes widen when I realize that today was a special occasion. Tora! He looks back at me over his shoulder, about to say something, but quickly stop myself before a word comes out. What I was about to say would have been selfish. It wouldn't be right to tell him happy birthday after what just happened. I've hurt him enough already. I think the best thing I can do in this situation is just let him go. He almost looks smaller than his usual self as he stands in the doorway. Hiroyuki. Can we forget this ever happened? This stings so much. Yeah, thanks. We're still friends, right? Of course we are. He returns his gaze to the floor and silently leaves my field of vision. I guess I'll see you later then. Bye, Tora. Usually I'd see him off at the door, but... The sound of his exit echoes throughout the house. I sit down on my bed with a thump and a sigh. I didn't think it would be so painful to reject someone. Especially when that someone is Torihiko. Guess I know why he was fishing for a response back on the camping trip now. I was just watching documentaries and soap operas today, then this happens. If I knew I was going to feel this bad about it, maybe I should have said yes? No. I shake my head. That's not how you start a real relationship. You can't base it off a lie to spare their feelings. It would have made everything worse. This was the right thing to do. I sigh again. It's not Torihiko I love. Juichi's face surfaces again in my memory. Feels like I've been spending more time with him than I used to. But I guess I never questioned why. It's no use. Once I start thinking about him, I can't get him out of my head. When I close my eyes, all I can see is Juuichi. I love the way he blushes when he's embarrassed, how much he adores Honey, the way he scratches under his chin when he's troubled, how his gruff exterior hides his gentleness below the surface. I want to see Juuichi. No, I need to see him. We need to talk. I just want him to smile. That's pretty sappy even for me. I can't help but grin to myself as I look up at the calendar on my wall. It's already the 19th. There's only so many days left of my vacation. I want to see him again. No more regrets. You said forever when I along past your street. We're gonna leave off here tonight. Yes, Slug, you can cry now. Because I'm about to start crying! You can cry now, Lug. I am about to start crying. Even on his birthday. Oh, that fucking hurts. On his birthday. Ooh, that hurts right in the heart. Developers do it again. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.